hello. How are you, everyone? Welcome to another Saturday night with African Night Saturday Night Live, our every Saturday night host with a lot of our entertainment with our guests and things like that. Co-host to you by Ellie Naimal. So today, we want to give you guys a really special presentation to give you a little overview of what we will be talking about today. We have a special guest that we will announce in a little bit. But first, before we get to do that, let me give you a little style overview about the style tip of the day. So as you can see, I came a little different today. It's not my usual typical hair with the messy, crazy hair or anything like that. So style of the week, with the head wrap, and just kind of want to, feel that natural and just comfortably me, be confident and just be me today. So I guess that was my vibe, when I was getting dressed and ready to come and host the show. And I said, this is different, so why not? But most difficult time is, when you don't want to invest too much time on curling your hair or doing all that stuff. So a head wrap can really go a long way as well. So that's my style tip of the day for you all. And as you can see, the colors are all black because I wanted to keep it very simple today, not so much into the whole color vibe and things like that. Just simply keep it classic. So that's the style of the day. And now going forward onto the show, we do have a special guest today. And it's going to be all about fashion, fashion, fashion. Here in Minnesota, little Minnesota, vintage Minnesota. The only state that is mostly known for lawyers, doctors, and so and so. And now we are expanding out to extend fashion, even African fashion. It's a great news. I mean, it's 2020, and now we're doing more of those things, So Fatou Jome, I may be saying her last name wrong, but she's gonna correct me on this. But she is a very well-known fashionista here in Minnesota who has been coordinating this new event that has came out. This was their second year that they had done the runway show this year. And she's been coordinating, producing, and helping to put together. And this young lady here, she's a visionary. She's really good at what she does. So the show that they did this year was absolutely phenomenal. So we wanted to bring her in today so she can go ahead and give us a little inside view of the whole Minnesota Africa Fashion Week. And not only that, African fashion. So let's introduce you here to our guest, Fatou. Fatou, yes. Welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It was
such an honor to have you today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me today.
So how do you say your last name?
Jome.
Jome.
Yeah, it's
I was pretty
it's
close.
like home, but with a J.
Oh, okay, Rome. But
no, home, like Home.
Home.
Yeah, then you replace the H with a J.
Oh, okay.
Jome.
Can I still say Rome?
No.
Because Rome is
Rome. Like Fatou Jome. It's so simple. Jome.
Just like my last name, both. All you gotta do is put it together. But you know here, like Africa language, people take it complicated. So yes, please welcome to our show today, and you're gonna tell us all about you in the fashion industry.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, like Nomal said, my name is Fatou Jome. I am definitely involved in the Minnesota Africa Fashion Week, and I've been modeling. Well, I used to be a model. Well, I'm still a model. What am I talking about? I still model, but I don't do it as much as I used to. I also have my degree on communication from Metro State University.
Okay.
I am a visionary. I love helping people. I help teenagers who have disability to find jobs and stuff. Wow. So that's something that I really enjoy doing. And also, I help put together an event. I'm also an event planner as well, and a part-time model. And yeah, just me.
That's really amazing that you have all these qualifications that you do, not just a model, but also like presenting out there as a model with brains who has this intelligence to also bring out more into the world. Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Well, thank you.
So how is it to juggle both of them?
Oh my God, it's not easy, but it's definitely manageable. I go to work full time, but the good thing about my job is that I can change my schedule around when let's say I got booking, if I got a booking, you know, let's say a week or 2 days later, I can just go ahead and schedule and change my schedule around. So, which was really nice. That's why I still like my job. I was thinking about finding another job, but I was like, no, if I find another job, it's gonna be hard with my modeling stuff. So, but with this job, I can always like change my schedule.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's not easy, but you know, I make it work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's something you've always wanted to do as well?
Yes. It's like I wanted to do something that makes me happy, something that I'm passionate about. I don't want to do something just because of the money. You know, let's say I wake up one morning and say I want to be a nurse. You know, I want to be a nurse because everybody else is being a nurse, or because that's where the money is. Yeah. But if I wake up in the morning, I might not be happy to go to work because it's not something that I'm passionate about. So all this stuff I'm doing is because I have passion for it, and I love doing it, and I just love waking up in the morning and say, okay, I'm going to work, I'm going to do something that I love. Yeah. But it's like, I'm not going to be, okay, I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to be a nurse, and then I got my nursing degree or my doctorate degree, then all of a sudden, it's time for me to go to work. Oh, I go to work and start being mean to my patient. And I see that a lot, you know? So it's like, everything that I do, I'm very passionate and love.
That is amazing. I mean, especially having that energy to know that you are ready to make a difference. Yeah. And helping a lot of other people. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Not a lot of people, I mean, most people in the industry, you know, just because they have the beautiful look and they have, you know, they think they have the quality to be in the industry and forget that education is still important.
It is. It's like a backup plan for you. It's like, if modeling doesn't work, then
what are you going to do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why you always have that backup plan. You know, it's like, okay, if I want to be a model, I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket. You know, I always have to have a backup plan. Wow. And like most of these celebrities you see out there, they have a degree somewhere. So they have a backup plan. If this doesn't work out, at least you have something else to fall on. You know, so.
And that's something for a lot of you young girls out there, and you really need to listen to. You know, modeling is not everything. Just because you have the beauty, you also need the brain as well.
And the beauty doesn't last forever. I mean, you get old, then what?
You get old, like that beauty will fade eventually. You
exactly.
know? Yeah, it's not something to do forever. So like Fatou said earlier here, you know, you need to have something to fall back to. You need to have a backup plan, whether you want to be a doctor or a nurse or just, you know, contribute to the society. You know, it's something that is also important for your own as well, not just what you do for a living. But other than that, you know, just keep being creativity. You know, you got to have the fun side, and you also got to have the serious side as well, you know, and that's definitely a good example. Well, we'll definitely come back, and we will talk more a little further about the fashion industry. So please stay tuned with our guest host here, Fatou. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Well, welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show with Tempo Afrique today, African Night. We have our special guest, Fatou Jome, and in case you missed the beginning overview of the show, we had a little introduction where she get to explain about herself. And now continuing on, you know, we did have a fashion tip of the day where I kind of described my style, but now I want to give her the opportunity to describe what she's wearing, because this girl has bright colors today. So now we're kind of curious to know what's behind it. So please.
I mean, it's winter, you know. I mean, wintertime, everybody just switch their fashion style to like darker colors. Yeah. Like people wear black, like dark brown. But for me today, I decided to wear yellow. And yellow is the color of...
But it's so bright. It's like she's wearing a highlighter.
Does it really say I'm wearing a highlighter?
Yeah.
Like, really? But yeah, so I'm wearing yellow because I'm fighting a disease called endometriosis.
That's right.
So endometriosis, the color for endometriosis is yellow. So I'm always trying to represent the campaign that I'm working on. It's called Let's Fight Endo. So I'm always trying my best wherever I go to wear yellow. Not all the time, but sometimes I wear yellow. So this yellow dress is definitely representing, you know, endometriosis. And also it's for all the women out there who are struggling with the disease. And it's just about being strong, staying strong, and keep fighting, knowing that you are more than endo, you know.
How cool is that you get to be the serious worker helping disability, a fashion model, a producer and a coordinator for Fashion Week, and also creating a cause
Yes.
for the I
Endo-
can't pronounce the word right because it's so long.
Endometriosis.
Endometriosis.
You could just say
Yeah.
endo because I know it's very hard. Endo, yeah.
So for short term, it's endo.
Yeah.
Yes. And endo, that's the main color chosen for it is yellow. So all of you out there, yellow represents endo, and
Yes.
this is the cause that she is rising in awareness for. Wow.
Yeah, so I'm fighting for all the women out there because endometriosis is a disease that it doesn't get a lot of attention. There's not a lot of people that
it's
know
very
about
rare.
it.
You don't hear about it.
Yeah, you don't hear
Yeah.
about it. It's because like most women are suffering in silence. It's like
Yeah.
you don't want to talk about it, and doctors are not even talking about it because the thing is like it's a condition that's not killing you, but the pain is killing you inside, and the disease is depressing. Is very stressful. And it's like it also connects to infertility issues. Like there are some women who trying to get pregnant and they can't get pregnant.
Yeah.
You know, and why can we speak up about it? Why can we talk about it? Why can we raise awareness about it? And that's why I created the campaign Let's Fight Endo. It's like let's fight so that our health can be taken seriously. Let's fight so that when you present your symptoms to your doctor will be like, okay, it's true. It's not just menstruation cramp. It's more than that. So that's why I was like,
Wow.
let's fight endo. Because endometriosis is something that the pain, it's kind of relate to your menstrual cycle.
Yes.
You know, you have cramps, and the same you have cramps for endo too. But with menstrual cramp, it lasts, let's say, 5 days, and it goes away. But for endo, it might go longer than that. You know, some people, you know, for me, it was time that I have to miss 3 days of class because of it. You know, so it's very serious, and I think that it's about time that we start to talk about it and educate the general public so people can know more and more about it.
And that's really brave of you, because I know in Africa it's really hard to talk about these things.
Yeah, like
You know?
in Africa, it's like when something happened to you, they're like, "Oh, she's a witch." You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
They just start putting you in a category that you don't even belong to. So it's like that's why it's so hard for women in Africa to
And not
even
only
come
that,
out.
they don't even help you get through it. Like
No.
somehow it's almost like they isolate you or put you
Exactly.
in a, I don't know. It's really depressing. Like it just makes it worse.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
It makes it worse because you don't have any help. You don't have any support system. You don't have anybody to be there for you. So that's why I travel all the way to the Gambia, my hometown, my country, to educate women about the disease. And most of the people there are like, okay, what's endometriosis? Just the same way here too when I did that photo shoot
Yep.
campaign.
Even here in the U.S., nobody talks about it.
So, but now being 2019, so a lot of people are
Starting to become
starting
aware.
to be more aware about it, and I'm very glad of it. So it's like we have to educate each other, and in Africa we have to, you know, take women's health seriously the same way here too as well,
Yeah.
because in Africa, let's say you have endometriosis, you can get pregnant. What happened? The family will blame everything on you.
On you,
And
yeah.
it might not even be you.
Even
you can,
worse, they'll reject you.
Exactly. Or they will even, like, as a Muslim, they ask you to go marry somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you have a
Oh my
wife
God.
who's going through this.
Yeah.
Don't you think you're supposed to be there for her and fight together?
Right.
And you know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
would think that, yeah.
but no, most of them are like, you know what? If you can give me a child, somebody else can. You know what I'm saying? And that's like you acting more depression to the person that's already depressed. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why it's just, for me, it's like, you know what? I need to come out and talk about it. I need to share my story. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was diagnosed in 2011,
Wow.
you know, and I've been going through so much pain, so much stress. It's crazy. But it's like, thank God my doctor was like, hey, you can get pregnant. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like I can't get pregnant. I was like, you can get pregnant. Your fallopian tube is open. Everything is
Yeah.
fine. You know, it's just going to be more difficult to get pregnant with the disease. But African men, not everybody's willing to be there for better, for worse.
So they don't even want the faith to believe that you can actually have a child.
No. Some people think that
They jump to a conclusion to believe that, oh, since it's not happening.
yeah, it's
then-
not happening then. Somebody else
That is
make it
horrible.
easier. Yeah, it's really horrible because there's a woman in Gambia who's suffering from endometriosis. She's by herself. She will send me a message. She will cry. You know,
Aw.
and because of it, her marriage she's going through a divorce right now because of it.
Yeah.
Because she can't get pregnant. Well, she can, but it's just, you know, it's going to be more difficult. To
More
get pregnant.
difficult, yes.
You know, so that's why it's like endometriosis is something that us women need to stand together and support one another. You know, support women's health. Like, women's health matters, you know. It's like, if you can have kids, adopt. you know.
Wow.
And it's not just about having kids, it's about dealing with the pain
With the pain, yeah.
and the
getting
depression and the
support.
stress. You need that
Yeah.
support. Having that support alone, it will help you. That's like a key by itself, you know.
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
But
And I can't imagine not having any of those when you're going through the worst time of your life, and people just don't want to understand it.
no,
You know.
most African people, they believe in taboo or voodoo
Yeah.
or whatever it is. It's like, if a woman can get pregnant, still be there for that person, you know, love her,
Yeah.
support her, comfort her. That alone will help the person, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
deal with the pain and deal with the stress. But if you were saying that, okay, you're dealing with this, you by yourself, I don't care.
You know, that's where I feel like our people in Africa, they don't understand what loves mean.
No.
You know,
Okay, we
loving someone is knowing that you can be there for them,
for better, for worse.
for better, for worse.
Nah.
When they're going through their most painful time of their life, you know, that's all they need is just a shoulder to cry on.
Exactly. And if you
And-
don't have that,
Yeah, and they take that for granted. They take that for weaknesses,
Yeah.
you know? And it's sad and it's heartbreaking that our people don't understand that part of love, you know?
Exactly.
And it's only if they do, then I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't have to go through all these emotional trauma and things that are happening to them, you know?
Yeah.
But God bless you enough that He shows you to be the shoulder for these women that are crying,
Thank you.
you know? And even, you know, of course, you know, I've watched you, I've seen you do this, and a lot of times I just stood in a maze and said, this woman, she's crying because nobody ever hurt her.
No, it's like
Nobody
adding-
ever asked her for her pain or what she's going through, and you're doing it.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know?
people's like, can you even stop for once and ask somebody, are you okay? You know,
Right.
but no. You just assume that the person is okay because you see the person smiling every day, going about their day. But deep down, you don't know what the person is going through. And some people die young because of depression, stress,
Right.
because they don't have that support.
They don't have
You know,
anyone.
and endometriosis alone is, oh my God, it's so depressing. The pain,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't kill you, but you might as well die because it's the pain alone is just unbearable. Like, you can't handle it, you know? But that's why I was like, when I go to Gambia, I was like, let's fight Endo. Let's support each other. Let's show the women that we are here for them. You know, it's like, you are not alone. You are definitely not alone. If you're suffering, if you're out there and suffering with endometriosis, you are definitely not alone. There's a lot of support system out there. And I'm here to talk to anybody, you know. And one of the models used to tell me, Fatou, how do you do it? Like, how do you bounce back
Exactly.
so
I would
quick?
be asking the same thing. Like, what do you do every night? How do you handle it? You know?
I know. It's like,
Because
shit.
this is beyond imagination.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, May was the toughest year for me. It was hard. I was going through my second surgery.
Oh my God.
I was going through my friend dying. The person that I know for 10 years passed away. And then going through a divorce. You know, and then
Yeah.
talking about, oh, you can't have a kid, so I'm going to marry somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, not like tell me, but then find out from the street. Like, okay,
Yeah.
this is what happened. You know, all that. I thought I was going to die. But thank God. God gave me the strength. And I pray every
Wow.
night. And I thank God. I'm like, wow. Sometimes things happen for a reason. And we don't know about it.
Yeah.
But then looking back, I'm like, ooh, God, thank you. You know,
Yeah.
I survived. And I'm still dealing with my
You were
endometriosis. But
strong.
God is good.
Yes, you were strong.
Yeah, thank you.
And there's nothing more beautiful than, you know, knowing that you have a God who can listen to you and give you that strength to carry on, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this will help a lot of people in the world as well who are going through that same pain,
Oh, yeah.
you know? And sharing your story is truly an amazing thing. It's
Thank you.
phenomenal.
Thank you.
So, all right.
We're going to switch
know-
gears. We're going to stop all the sadness, all about endometriosis, and move forward to this fashion that we're going to talk.
So for all of you out there, you know, this cost here is something to really look into. It's an amazing cause. So as we started earlier, you know, the fashion of the tip of the fashion of the week, and as she was describing what she's wearing, a yellow dress. So if you're out there wearing a yellow dress, you put on a yellow dress. This is to remind you that you are also fighting for this cause as well.
And tag me.
Yes.
You know, if you, I say, wear yellow to fight endo.
Yes.
You know, and also post for endo and tag us on our page, Let's Fight
Facebook,
Endo.
Instagram.
You know, on Instagram, Facebook, you know, and Twitter. So just wear yellow and tag Let's Fight Endo. We are in this together.
Yes. And we'll be right back for more. And Fatou have a lot to tell us today. So
yes,
we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Here at Africa Night, so our special guest today, Fatou Jome. In case you missed it, we had a little overview about a cause that she is creating an awareness for, and it's a beautiful cause. It's such an amazing cause. So please make sure you tune in to actually hear this cause, and it's something that need to be known out into the world. So Fatou here, we're going to continue. She's going to continue to tell us about the cause and also how you guys also as well can step in to help, you know, create this awareness. And mainly of all is to create that awareness for everybody to know that this disease exists and it comes with a lot of obstacles.
It does.
So Fatou, you know, tell us a little bit more about endometriosis, or Endo. I'll just say Endo for short, since I'm having a hard time pronouncing it. How are these women coping with it? Like, is there medication, or, you know, like, is there a cure to it? What can we do?
Sadly, there's no cure for endometriosis, which is very sad that the doctors are not taking their time to do more research about it.
Yeah.
So there's no cure, but there's a treatment options like birth control pills. But if you were, you know, young and want to get pregnant, birth control pill might not be an option. You know, there's a surgery. You know, the surgery is just going in, cutting the endo where the endo is located, clean it, burn it down, but then it can still grow back. You know,
it grows back.
It grows back. So yeah. So this is my second.
Wow.
I have 2 surgeries. My first surgery was to diagnose, to figure out what was the cause of my stomach pain.
Yeah.
You know. So that's when my doctor was like, you know what, I'm tired of you coming in and out of this hospital. Let's send you to a specialist.
What?
Yeah, because every month I would go in 2 or 3 times. The same issue. And I was like, okay, you know what, I'm going to send you to a specialist.
How fast does it grow back?
I don't know, but I know it will grow back. And maybe like a year or less than a year, it will start growing. So for me, I have my first surgery was 2011, and my second surgery was this year. And it's already go back, but you know, but I didn't know then. My doctor, most of the doctors have less knowledge about it. You know, they would say, "Oh, you have endometriosis. Okay, now what? You are on your own." So I was.
They just leave you on your own with it.
Yes, that's what my doctor was like. "Oh, you have something called endometriosis." Okay, tell me more. Nothing. Oh, you can do a research about it. It's very common. You know, most women have it. But it's like, I don't know. Can you tell me?
Yeah.
So I have to go and do my own research.
And just because it's common doesn't mean that you guys can't do a research to figure out how you can resolve this issue.
No, there's no research. Everything is like I'm pretty much on my own. The medication you can use is like, for me, I use heating pad. You know, this heating pad that you plug. I put it on my stomach every night. There's a surgery. If you don't want to have a kid, you can just go ahead and take your wombs, everything in there out, so you don't have to deal with it. You know, there's pain medication. You can change your diet.
So it's almost like throwing away your whole future of potentially having kids. Just take out the whole thing. And
then you don't have to deal with it anymore. Or you can just change your diet, exercise. Changing your diet and exercise really helps. And stay away from dairy, go gluten-free, and stay away from flour. All that stuff helps. But exercise, take pain meds. I decided not to take pain medication because I don't want to get too addicted to it.
Right.
So I just use the heating pad, exercise, and change my diet, and take some vitamins. But it's very stressful, especially if you're in Africa and you don't have, you know, like those medication, or the medication there is very expensive. So it's like those women are there suffering alone. They don't have anybody to talk to. I have a woman that called me when I was in Gambia.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't want anybody to know. Can I meet up with you in private, you know? I was like, sure. And she was like, she traveled all the way to Senegal, you know, to see treatment. So it's really, sad that, you know, most of us African women are in Gambia dealing with this, and there's no help, there's no support. You know, you're just there suffering by yourself. Next thing you know, like depression just take over your life.
Yeah, and
So-
depression, yeah, it's very
And
serious.
depression is
very
real serious.
deadly,
It can
yeah.
build up to different, you know, conditions. So
Wow.
that's why I was like, we need to educate. I don't care what people say. I'm gonna come out and say my story. I have endometriosis. I'm
You are
dealing with
amazing.
endometriosis. I've been, you know,
You are amazing. You're like a catwalk model with her endo and say, I got this.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell my story and I'm gonna tell it the right way. I have
Yeah.
endometriosis. I've been struggling with the pain.
Yeah.
OMG, I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, it's crazy. My goal is that's why African people. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
So, you know, but trying to raise awareness to help women out there. My goal is to raise fund to help with medication and also build a support group there, somebody that, you know, where you can go and talk to people without anybody know, and, you know, supply them with all the medication and all the treatment options for them. Because if you were young and you're trying to get pregnant, birth control is definitely not an option. And having a surgery to take everything out is not an option.
Yeah.
So changing your diet and exercise and find a better treatment option is definitely will help the women. So for me, I don't know. Sometimes I think like, do I even want to have a kid anymore? Because of it, it just, you know.
You ever thought about adoption?
Oh yeah, that's my number one goal. Like since when I was in high school, I said I'm gonna adopt. Before even anything, I said I'm gonna adopt. I always want to adopt because that's why I love my job, because I like to help people. I like to give people home. You know, like there's so many kids out there who need home, who need love. So why can't I share that with, you know, some other kids and bring them in and adopt?
Yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna adopt 2 kids, and if God.
And that's something that's very rare too, you know, in our African culture is, you know, because you have that problem and you can't have kids, they just want to reject you and say, you know what, you can't do anything. They make you feel worthless, you know.
That's
But
sad.
I know that, you know, we all have a gift, something we can do to contribute, you know, like mentioning about adoptions. If you can't have children, there's children out there that don't have parents.
Oh yeah, there's kids
Yes.
out there who need home.
And that's a mindset we need to start getting into as well, is know that there's children that don't have parents. So if you're one of those who can't have children, know that you can still have children even though they're not biologically yours.
So to
You
me,
know?
they're yours. Like if you
Yeah.
adopt them, they're your kids.
They're your
I
kids.
would love them the same way I would love my own biological kids.
Yes.
You know, but like most African, their mentality is like, I want to have my own. I want to have my
I
own.
want to have my own. Yeah.
It's like, what if God is not telling you that you can't have your own?
Yeah.
So you first got parent to give you a child, and then now the child grow up and be a nightmare.
Yes.
And it's like, now what? You were forcing something to God.
And it
that-
doesn't have to be that way. You know, there's nothing wrong with adoptions at
No.
all. You know, yes, you can have children of your own. That's totally fine. You know, but you can also raise another child who doesn't have a parent as well.
Exactly. Give
You
them
know,
the love.
That
sure.
child will appreciate you. They will appreciate. They're human just like you. They will appreciate you.
I know my
Yeah.
goal is to adopt. I'm definitely gonna adopt 2 or 3 kids
Yeah.
for sure. It's like, even if I'm gonna be a single mother, I don't care. I'm gonna adopt 2 kids and go travel around the world and just see the
Yeah.
beautiful world. But yeah, adoption is definitely an option. And yeah, if I
Wow.
have one of my own, yeah, it is what it is. If I don't, I still thank God for it, because
Yeah.
I have somebody call me one time and told me, when are you getting pregnant? When are you guys having a baby? You know, baby, we came to this world to have kids.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. Did we came to this world just to have kids? Then you must have failed yourself, because we did not just come here to have kids. There's other things that we come to this world to do, and not just to pop kids out, you know? So when he said that, I'm
Wow.
like, really? You know? So I just stopped talking to the person, cut the person off. I'm like, thank God I don't have to deal with family members calling me, telling me, you have to have baby. You've been married for so long. Thank God I'm not married anymore. You know? So all that stuff, like all that stress is off my shoulder.
Wow.
You know, so it's just, if somebody's going through something, be there for that person. Show
Yeah.
them love, that care. That, you know what I'm saying?
And our people don't understand that every struggle we are put in is for a reason. You know,
God have a reason for
they may
everything.
not be going what you're going through right now, but there's a message behind it that they need to hear.
Exactly.
Yes, and I'm glad you stood your ground.
Girl, I am here, and it's like, Having kids is not just what women are meant to do in this world.
Yes.
You know, we can change the world, we can help, we can adopt, we can give a child a lovely home and raise them and love them as our own. So I'm just blessed that God saw me the way and, you know, is guiding me through the right path. So I'm not even worried about it.
Wow.
You know, but it's like endometriosis is something that women are dealing with in Africa, all over the world, that in Africa, you don't even know you have endometriosis because they don't have the right proper equipment to diagnose you with.
Yes.
So it's like you're dealing with this stomach pain that you have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
You know, but here at least they can diagnose you. But some people go all the way to Senegal to get diagnosed for it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just crazy, and it's sad that you don't have the proper healthcare there that will help you.
This is a good message too, to tell those any doctor that is watching. If you're a doctor in Africa, you know, if this problem comes up or if somebody comes to you with this problem, you know, help them diagnose it, help them figure out that this is what they have so that they can have the tool from you as well on what is the next step.
Right, take them seriously.
Yeah, take them seriously.
Yeah, if your client comes like, I have stomach issue and it's been going on for so long, don't assume that, oh, it's normal.
Right.
That right there make it worse.
It makes it worse.
Because you keep pushing and saying it's normal. So I wish my doctor diagnosed me earlier.
Yeah.
Like I've been going in and out of the hospital, emergency rooms, back and forth for so many years.
Give you an answer.
They're gonna give me an answer. They put me in so many tests.
Yeah.
Like no, they did a scan. They put me in one of those machines that you go inside. I don't even know what it is. I do so many scans, they still can't. Because endometriosis is something that you cannot see it through a scan. You can only see it through a laparoscopic surgery. So, and that's why most doctors don't just rush into it and do the diagnosis because it's surgery. So it takes time. But if you detect the disease earlier, you know, the person can know what to do and try to, you know, manage their symptoms. But if you wait till go all the way to stage 4, now what? It get worse, and it's gonna be hard for the person to manage.
And how dangerous can that be?
Exactly, and endometriosis can develop to another other condition as well. You can even have cancer from it. But it's like, it's just crazy. I just want doctors out there to take their female patient very seriously.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know we have other issues. I know menstrual crime is connected to it, but if the person is coming in and out of the hospital every week,
take them seriously.
Take them seriously.
Yes.
Just, you know, do something else. I mean, and do some research, trying to find out another way to diagnose the disease other than just surgery. Yeah. You know, I don't know. I'm just hoping that maybe come 2020, things will change.
Things will change,
Because right now, 2019, lots of patients are talking about it. Yeah. And it's like
the way you have been pushing it, I can see a lot of change coming.
Yeah, and I'm so glad, and I'm so honored and so blessed to see how people are supportive. And you, thank you so much. You did my photo shoot for, you know, being that you bring my vision to life. You represent me very well. And I just want to say thank you to the people in Gambia too. The actor Sirifo Kanute and also the actress Monica. They, if you watch the video, the girl present. I watched it over and over, and every time I watch it, I cry because she presented very well. Like she knows. It's like all I have to do is just explain to her what I was going through, and she took it from there. So it's like, in all the models that did the photo shoot, and you, if I look at the photo that you did, if you look at the recent video I just posted, I put your photo there. It's like you get it. It's like all I have to do is tell you what I was going through, and you just nail it in the photo shoot. And every time somebody look at it, I send it to my friend. I was like, oh my God, is she going through the pain?
We're gonna have to show up these photos. In
like, we're gonna have to. Yes, you have to show the photos.
This photo shoot was so intense, and I got to be one of the model in her campaign, not knowing that I can actually pull it off.
You did. Oh my God, no more. When I look at the photo, I'm like, wow. It looks like she's going through the
Every time I look at her, I'm just like, wow, I did that.
You did. You nailed it.
It was amazing.
You nailed it.
So yes, Malik, we're going to go ahead and show off these images so our audience can see the photos of the photo shoot and the campaign. It was phenomenal, and we'll be right back. So here comes the images. just covered a review about the cause, endometriosis. It is a cause and an awareness, something to really look out for, and also to help everyone that is going through it to get the support that they need, and also to, you know, have comfort, and especially, you know, all the women that are going through it in Africa. And it's something to really take serious. So we're gonna have Fatou give us our last words on how, you know, we can spread this awareness even more, and what can we do to make it better and things like that. So Fatou, what do you feel is the next step for Endo? Like, how, you know, what is your final need in this in order for everyone to help you in this cause?
Coming March is Endometriosis month.
Mm-hmm.
So coming March, I'm trying to put together an event where everybody can come in, wear yellow, and donate to the cause. Like I said,
I like that, all yellow.
All yellow. Everybody wear yellow. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm trying to, you know, do that coming next year.
Mm-hmm.
And my birthday is December 14th, and I want to do like an Endo dinner where also everybody would come and wear yellow.
I think I saw a little preview of it. That was so cute.
Yeah.
You know, you have
Like,
your girls and they're all sitting on the table, all wearing yellow.
Yes.
That was really
so
beautiful.
I want everybody wear yellow,
Yeah.
and it's like, I don't want anything for gift. I don't want any birthday gift. All I want people just to go straight and donate to the Let's Fight Endo campaign. Because the way I want people to help is donate, wear yellow, post in your yellow outfit or
And
t-shirt.
tag Fatou.
And tag me,
Yes.
and follow the Let's Fight Endo campaign page on Instagram and Facebook, and yeah, just be there, you know, learn more about disease and don't just assume. And if you know somebody who's suffering from endometriosis, send them my way. I will be glad to have a conversation with the person. But please, I'm also hoping, well, I'm not hoping, you offered to help me with the campaign, and that means so much to me. You didn't even know, like,
It was a pleasure.
I was
Like,
at home thinking about it. It's like, wow, Numal just called me and say, hey, I'm going to be there for you. Because you and I, we go way back, way back.
We were like children.
Yes.
Entering the world.
I know.
It was amazing. And look at where we are, you know. It's amazing to know that you have the ability that you can do so much more, you know.
I know.
And I'm so glad this friendship is still on today.
I am so glad,
Yes.
so glad to know you, and so glad to be with you. And you give so many opportunities to a lot of models who just start to be a model. It's like if you were in Minnesota, you wanna become a model. The first person you call is the mall. It's like, hey, can you help me? You know, and you
Just make sure you're serious.
You open lots of doors for lots of women out there, and you know, to help, and also willing to help me for my campaign. That means a lot to me.
Yes.
So I'm just asking anybody out there, have open-minded about somebody who's going through this. You know, it's not easy. It's very stressful. It's
not,
very depressing, and just help by donating to the Endo cause. And come March, we're gonna have like an Endo tea party.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll have all the models and everybody come and support, you know, and share knowledge about the disease.
And all of you out there that are watching, you know, as you hear this, these are also some of the tips too that you can use to soothe your moments. You know, go hang out with your friends and wear something yellow and put a hashtag Fight Endo, and then tag Fatou on it. She's on Facebook and Instagram, and it is, what is the Facebook name?
Let's Fight Endo.
Let's Fight Endo, and that's the same for Instagram.
That's the same for Instagram and Twitter and everything. Yeah.
So when you go to the search link, make sure you put Let's Fight Endo, and you will find the page. So follow Fatou on Instagram, add as a friend on Facebook, and then make sure you tag us in all that you do. We would like to see how you are, you know, coping with it, where you at in the world, and if you have any questions or anything you don't understand, she will be here to answer all of those for you as well. So she's a real advocate.
And if you have a knowledge, if you know a knowledge about, if you have more knowledge about endometriosis and you want to share it, feel free to share it with us.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
We'd like to know more, and we can all learn from each other as well. So, and so more awareness to it, that, you know, like she said, she's going to have an event. So, you know, you'll see that on the page as well. So please come out and support, so she can raise, you know, as much money as you need and all those stuff to to send out for researcher, or to support those girls who probably needs the pain medication to go through it and things like that. So your help is extremely appreciated in any way possible. And then also, something exciting coming up. Fatou is going to be our main model for the charity cause of Endo, as well as Newbie Ultimate Runway next year. Yes. So stay tuned for that, where we'll have her all dressed up and glammed up as the beautiful queen as she is. Because treat your woman as a queen, no matter what she's going through. Yes. If she's fighting through that pain, or she can't give you children, it's not the end of the world. No, be there for her. She's a queen no matter what. And that's going to be this ad campaign and what it's going to be about. So we look forward to it. Thank you so much, Fatou, for sharing your deep inner story with us and the audience out there. And, we look forward to how far it goes.
Yeah, I know. I'm super excited to see how far it goes. And so far it's having a lot of attention, and I'm really glad, and I owe it all to all my friends and you guys for helping me. I mean, I started, the first campaign was a photo shoot that you guys nailed, so if it wasn't for you guys and the people in the Gambia, it wouldn't go anywhere. So thank you guys so much for your support.
Thank you, no problem. All right, we'll be right back for our last part of the show, where she's going to give us a little overview about what she does in the fashion industry. And this is the exciting part. When you have a career that you love so much, sometimes you can forget your pain. Yeah. And those are the things, too, that are good as well for you to get you going through every struggle you go to. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Well, we are back on now for our last part segment of the show, and we would like to talk to you a little bit about fashion. Actually, not a little bit about fashion. It's actually more than fashion. It's Africa Fashion Week, Minnesota. So we have Fatou here, who was the producer and the coordinator of the show that they had this year. So now she's going to go ahead and give us a little inside story of what it was like and how you should have not missed it.
Yeah, you should have. You should have never missed it. Never. You should have missed that.
But yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah, Africa Fashion Week was, oh my God, it was amazing. It was fun. It was so, it was great to see all the designers from different Africans. Why can people just stop calling my phone? It's like, I don't know.
Girl.
It's like, I have this new phone, guys, that I don't know how to put it on silence. I don't know how to put it on vibrate. I don't know how to use this phone. I'm sorry. But yeah, African Fashion Week, it was started last year by Larry. And this year was like the second annual African Fashion Week. And we have designers from all over different African country. We even have a designer who comes all the way from Wisconsin.
Wow.
So African Fashion Week, our goal is to showcase African designers that you don't see in the mainstream, that you don't see in Minnesota Fashion Week, that you don't see, the other fashion weeks. So this African
and that's new because Minnesota is very vintage.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's so many talented African designers here, like so many, but they don't get the, they don't get to showcase their design. People don't know them. So that's why we created this African Fashion Week, so they can get that platform that people can see them. And now African print is trending. It's trending in red carpet, Oscar awards, every award you see.
Not just only African wearing it, but also our American.
Yes,
our
Americans
European,
are rocking.
I'm talking about our white people.
Yes,
so
they are rocking our print,
those
girls.
colors.
So we need to represent. We need to take back what belongs to us.
Yes,
and showcase it in the right way. So that's why I was like, African Fashion Week is just gonna do just that. Just bring out all the designers and showcase it. We have a designer there who's not African, who's from Minnesota. Yeah. But she used African prints.
African prints.
So, she showcased African prints. I was like, why not just bring her on board? So it was a lot of people there. So I was so glad to see, people came out and support. And we have lots of models. Some of the African models who want to be a model that don't get the chance to work in the big fashion shows here in Minnesota. They also get the chance to showcase their talent. So that's like, and you see the big time models here in Minnesota also who are part of the African Fashion Week. So we are all about bringing models, designers all together in one room to showcase the talent that God gives them and to show off our African prints. It's like, hey, African print is the shit, I don't know if I can say that on camera, but African print.
Did you had any meltdown moment with all those diversity going on?
Oh my God, it was crazy.
Because I know it's always chaos.
It is. Oh my God, it's crazy.
Oh, backstage, chaos.
Woo, and it's not just chaos. Yeah. I bring in, whatever. I bring in Richard Moody.
Okay.
Richard Moody was one of the
godfather of Minnesota.
Yeah, I call him the godfather of fashion. Yeah. So I bring him in. Oh my God, you know, Richard is Richard. But yeah, he helped us put everything together, like backstage with the lineup, who's gonna start, who's gonna end. You know, and it's like, it's African Fashion Week. So we're going to have an African designer start the show, and we're going to have African designer end the show. And we're going to have African model start the show, and an African model end the show. Yes. So it all makes sense, you know, for me. But I was like, they're all models. We represent Africa. Yeah. But, like, we showcase Africa the right way. We have all the models there, and it was crazy. You're
like trying to fit everybody in the same equality. Yes. Here's Richard. It's like, no, it's about African.
Yes. Yeah, I was trying to just like, okay.
And for a lot of you that don't know Richard Moody, he is a really big African. No, he's not African.
It's black. He's black, but he's
Black American, who is a big event planner here. Yes. He's very well known. We call him the Godfather.
The Godfather of fashion. I call him the Godfather of fashion.
This is the rare guy that will just come out of nowhere and take you off guard.
Oh my God! Yeah. And it's like, if you don't know him, you're gonna you're gonna feel offended. But if you know him for a long time, like, that's Richard. But he means well. He wants all the African models.
And he wants what's best for you.
Oh, yes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was like, where's Fatou? You are the producer of the show. Where did she go? But the thing is, like, for me, I was making sure all the models get fed. And even the food that we have, it was African food. Okay, like backstage was African fashion.
African everything.
It's African everything. So and the models love the food. They will call me and say, hey, where did you get that food from? Yeah. So it's like, thanks to our sponsors, you know, this African Valley Food Market sponsored the food, which was really great, and the models were going crazy with white, black, everybody loved the food. It was like, and Richard loved the food too. It was like, oh, this African food is good. So it's like, you know, we showcase models, we showcase designers, and African Fashion Week is gonna happen every year. Yeah. And next year is coming around the same time, November. So
what should we look forward for next year? God. Like, this sounds really exciting.
Get ready to be amazed. Get ready to see more of African print that you don't see anywhere. You know, get ready to see models who have amazing talents that you don't get to see in the regular runway. Right. So you're gonna see some crazy African design. We even though it's African Fashion Week Minnesota, we also planning to bring on other designers who are Africans who are also outside of Minnesota as well. Yeah. So you're gonna see something that you've never seen before. So and this year you see backpacks, you know, in African prints.
I saw those. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah,
you know, African. You don't see that a lot.
No, and those backpacks were designed by African American fit guy from Gambia, and it's like those backpacks was like trending. Everybody was talking about the backpacks, and the backpacks go with the outfit. It's like it matches the full-on outfit.
Hop in, middle schoolers, because we got backpacks.
Yes, hop in, middle schoolers. Go and get your
you know, represent your Africa. You want to call it Wakanda? That's totally.
And now, you know, back in the day, kids don't even want to wear African print because they think that it's not cool.
It's really.
And now it's cool because you see it in the backpack. You can wear it in your pants. You can see it on your jacket. So it's like, and there's even African hoodies. You know, like even the hats and stuff. So it's like, you're gonna get to see really, really cool, amazing African prints in design coming next year. So if you missed the show this year or a year before, coming next year, you don't want to miss it.
You definitely don't want to miss it. So this is Africa Fashion Week Minnesota, and it's every year here in Minnesota. So if you live in Minnesota, you do not want to miss it. Come support your local African fashion designer as well. You know, they brought out the fashion for you. So if you want to order, you know, get the latest trend, even the backpacks for your children that are going to school, they're going to love it. They're so going to love it. I have a 12-year-old who's like, Mom, can I get one of those hoodies? I said, huh?
And it's funny because I bought a full-on outfit that day. And Richard bought a backpack too. Yeah. If you look at Richard Moody Instagram, you will see the backpacks that we're talking about. Richard Moody had one of the backpacks, and he's like,
Richard is amazing. I just love how when he wants to support, he's fully in.
So if you go to his Instagram, you'll see the backpacks I'm talking about. I even bought myself one, and my cousin wanted the backpack. I was like, no, go get yourself one. It's just like, where did you get it? How much was it? Yeah. I was like, if I give you the backpack, I have to give you the outfit because the backpack comes with the outfit. And another lady sent me a message asking me, where do I get the backpack? You know, like, it's African print, you know, it's trending. So go out there, get yourself some African backpack, African designs. So the African Fashion Week is like, just like how we bring the backpacks and the outfit mites together. Yeah. We're going to bring you guys something else that's very unique, very different that you don't see. So make sure you follow.
Man, I wish they had those trends when I was in high school.
I know, me too. Oh my God. Like, I wish they
I will make sure the whole entire school is watching me.
It's like
that's how cool I want it. Yeah.
I will represent Africa in the right way.
Yes.
Like, if I was, you know, in high school and they still have the backpack, I'll be like racking like African prints all day, every day.
All day,
like, all the school year. So it's like, yeah. So we definitely have to like take what belongs to us, represent the African designers, represent the African model, because some of these African models are very talented.
They are.
And even speaking about African models and speaking about designers, Nama here gives so many opportunities for a lot of the models out there. Like, there are so many models who made it. I'm talking about made it all the way to New York or to LA, working with a big agency. They got started with this lady, y'all. They got started with Nama. Like, seriously. She doesn't get the credit that she deserves. She doesn't get that thank you that you deserve because you help so many models here.
Much.
You know, and I wish that most of them will just take their time and say, you know what, Nama, thank you. Thank you for putting me to your show. Thank you for, you know, booking me to do a photo shoot. Thank you for teaching me how to pose. You know, like, thank you for exposing me out there. But you don't get that.
Yeah.
You don't get that enough. And it's like, I wish lots of models out there who made it through and, you know, through the industry and know that they started through you. They should at least say thank you. You know, you made me who I am today.
Don't make me cry today, Fatou.
No, I'm serious. It's like, I know this lady for a very long time. Like, I know you for a very long time. And like, you still haven't switched up your attitude. You still haven't switched up your behavior. You're still the same person. You are loving and caring and a great mother to your kids. And you're really good at what you do. You know, it's like, come on. You know, Nama get all of us started. I have to say that. Like, I travel with Nama. We go to Chicago, went to Atlanta for a fashion show.
Oh, we did so many trips.
You know, we did so many trips together.
Yes.
And it's like, if Nama get you started in the industry, can you just turn around and say, thank you? I just want to say, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everything you do. Even for people who would never say thank you to you, I'm saying thank you to you for everything you have done for the African models, for the opportunity you have, you know, gave to us. It's like, during your show last year, you weren't there, but we were backstage talking about you. Me and I think it was Sinea,
Sinea.
And Bigo, we were just talking about how you are so, you know, like, you're the one who get them started. You're the one who teach them how to pose and all that stuff. We were just back there talking about you. And everybody was like, even if I make it big to Hollywood, if Nama called me today, I'll be there. You know? And like, we were there talking about it. It's like, not a lot of people do that. Some people make it to Hollywood. They totally forget about where they started from. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you, for real, though. I mean it. From the bottom of my heart, you have to...
This girl has a heart of gold.
I'm going to say thank you to Nama, you guys. There's so many women out there on Instagram who made it big and forget about who got them started, and that's Nama. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you have an amazing collection.
You know, it's my pleasure. You know, I mean, helping and giving is something not a lot of people do, which is true. But I'm very happy to know that I can represent, you know, my melanin woman, my African beauty and African fashion as well. And I'm so proud to come back into the industry and see all these designers that came up, and I was just like, yes.
You were the only African designers here in Minnesota that I know.
Yeah.
Man, everybody knows.
I remember that. There was no competition.
No,
I was flying left and right, you know. But it's pretty amazing. So.
Yeah, you were the only Bordeaux model.
Yeah.
It was called what? No, Bordeaux design.
I was going by Bordeaux.
And it's so funny. I have a bag full of your design in my closet. Let me tell you guys something. Let's say you have a fashion show and you don't have a designer in your fashion show. Just call her and say, hey, no more, I have this fashion show. Can you be part of the fashion? You know, be part of the designers. If she can't make it, guess what? She will tell you, can you come to my house and pick up the clothes? She will let you use her design. And when you're done, you return them back. Yeah. And it's like not a lot of, how many designers do you know out there that would do that for you? Like nobody.
Yeah.
And it's like, And now
that's some of the story I get from Mona. She was like, "No, Ma, you're gonna let me use it?" I was like, "Why not? I'm also gonna get the images, so it's okay, you know."
Man, God bless you. God bless you, and I'm just praying for you that you're gonna make it all the way to Hollywood with your design. We're gonna sit on TV and watch maybe Tara Banks, Naomi Campbell, or you know Denzel Washington wearing your collection. Like that's a Bodo design.
Oh, we're gonna see you guys. We're gonna see you guys. Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that was our show of the day, and thank you so much for coming in, and just throughout the whole entire time hearing about your wonderful story about endometriosis and also your journey in the fashion industry and where you're going and all those things. We're so happy to have you there. Is there anything you'd like to tell our audience for your last advice or anything like that?
My last advice to all the women out there: if you're trying to be a model, don't just put your eggs in one basket. Always have a backup plan. Yeah. And also being in Minnesota and also being a black woman, it's hard. Being a black woman and being in the fashion industry is always harder for you to break it through the industry. They always book the white girls before you. Mm-hmm. And it's like you went to the agency, they'll be like, oh, we have somebody who look like you. Mm-hmm. But not all black girls look alike. Not all black girls have the same talent. We might have like a similar... Yes. Similarities, but there's a different, we are unique in our own way. Yes. So just keep pushing. If you're trying to be a model and you keep getting no all the time, just keep pushing. All it takes is just that one yes. And trust me, before I get... That
is true.
Yeah.
It's you can fall 100 times.
But...
And, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can get up. You can just get up. It's like before I'm working with 3 agencies right now. But before, girl, I got so many no's. Yeah. I'm like, nope, your look is too...
And look at her. You have the figure. You have the height.
It's like everybody keeps saying that. You have the figure, you have the height. How come you know what I'm saying? They keep saying no to you. But it's like now, okay, maybe it wasn't my time then. Yeah. But now, so I just want to say thank God. Like all the agencies that were saying no, they all say yes. Yeah. So I have 3 agencies that I'm working with. So all I'm saying for you is don't give up.
Don't give up.
Just keep pushing, keep pushing. Turn that no into positive. Yeah. Turn that no around to positive, and trust me, you're gonna make it. And I'm sure not everybody just wake up one day and be a supermodel, or wake up one day and make it. There's always gonna be a struggle, and just keep pushing and never give up.
And I also want to say I have learned a lot from you today, knowing that you can be a woman of brain and fight a struggle that no one can change but yourself. And also still thriving in the industry. So thank you for that message today. Yeah. And I hope a lot of you out there who watched the show today will also learn something from it. And we want to leave a positive vibe. So go out to the world, chase your dream. Like Fatou said, never give up. Yeah. Even if you're going through the worst disease of your life, still get up, because you are living. Yes. And the gift of life is life. Do something with it. So... Again, thank you today, and we will wrap up our show. Thank you, Fatou, once again for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And so we would love to have her in the near future.
Yeah, definitely. I want to come back.
Yeah,
come back.
She's coming back.
Talk about the Endo campaign that we're working on for sure.
I know.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
You're welcome.